Hi, I'm Pepe Corello, and this is my love story, how I met my sweetheart. I was coming to the Enrichment Center for dementia classes and everything after I lost my wife, and Holly saw that I was getting depressed. She says, "Why don't you go to the Enrichment Center dance on Saturday?" And I said, "Well, I don't know." I was hemming and hawing on that. So finally, I decided to go. Okay. And it was a friend of mine, and I went, and we sat at this table. And the friend that I had was kind of loud. So these three ladies came in and said, "Would it be all right if we sat at your table?" And I says, "But of course, without a doubt." And we were listening to the band, okay, and the girls were talking. The ladies were talking with themselves. So the music is playing, and my friend was kind of loud. And he had mentioned something, which I forget what it was, but the ladies turned towards us. And when that happened, I turned and when they say first look, you fall in love. Well, that's exactly what had happened. I looked at Linda and our eyes just met. She had this smile that I totally melted. Okay? So we were talking there for a bit, and I finally asked her, "Would you like to dance?" And she says, "Yes, of course." Okay, so we got up, we danced. And when I came back, I moved a chair out for her, sat her down, and I said, "I appreciate, you dancing with me. And I think you're a very attractive woman." Okay, so that led into more conversation and everything. And what we did, we danced the night away. I mean, we didn't leave the dance floor. And finally, it was time to close, okay, to leave, okay, the enrichment center. And I asked her, "Would it be all right if I see her again next week?" And she said yes. So next week we got back together, and it started leading into, "Would you like to go out to dinner?" Now, I was living at Carolina Trace then, so I took her to the clubhouse for dinner. Okay, and we just had a fantastic night. Okay, Linda's not a drinker, so she had her ice water with lemon in it. Okay, and I had a glass of Chablis. And we had just a fantastic dinner. And we left that night. And I said, "I would like to see you again." Okay, so the next Saturday, we did the same thing. We got together and danced. Then we had dinner, all right, and she came over my house, and we sat and we talked, okay? Now, after that, she left and everything, okay? Now, my son was living with me at Trace, all right? And um, we we finally got together. I told him I met someone, okay, and he was happy, all right? So what had happened, we met the next time, okay? And I says, "I'm very attractive to you, okay? Would you like to go out again?" And we did. And we got to see each other ever since. Now, what happened then was I asked her to marry me, okay? This is one gal that I fell in love with. I just melted when I saw her, okay? And ever since, we got married, and we just have a beautiful life together. Okay? Every morning, it's a hug. Every evening before we go to bed, it's a hug. Okay? And we hug each other all day long. I mean, it's just one fantastic marriage. And I could not be any happier with her. Okay, and that seems to be my story, how I met my sweetheart, and we are going to spend the rest of our lives together. Okay.